Hello again, YouTube. This video isn't about a particular game or anything. I'm in dreams, just so you can see something moving in the background. It's just a quick update slash information about how I'm doing my channel and stuff like that. Um, First off, a little information about myself. I do not agree with any censorship. So, unless it's to prove a point, or to make a joke or something like that, I will not censor stuff. Now that that's out the way, the sporadic randomness of my videos, I'm not a professional YouTuber, I don't do it as a job, so I'll never advertise anything. So like if someone says, if you watch a YouTube video, oh this is sponsored by so and so, that's not going to happen. If something's funny, informative, interesting, noteworthy, that's what I'll stream about. I do the stream format, other than I used to do videos, but I do the stream thing now because a video can be edited. You could cut out stuff, that sort of stuff, and I know it's not, but it could be you could say that it's a form of censorship. If I play a game like last night, I played Chair. If I recorded that, put it up, I could edit out. If I die, I could edit that out and stuff like that. And in a way, no. So the routine on my videos is there is none really. It's whenever something pops up, if a new game comes out and it's interesting, I'll show it. If I buy it and it's not worth it, or there's something wrong with it, or it's extra good or something like that, I'll stream about it. I am trying to label my videos with the game name first, then a comma, and then whatever the video's about. So my stream last night was labeled Chia, because I played the game Chia, had a comma, and then it's like I was doing an endgame exploration. So I was exploring around the endgame map. So if you're new to my channel, you're thinking about subscribing or anything like that, or thinking about watching some of my videos, my more recent ones are labeled like that. So if it says Grand Theft Auto testing online or something like that, it's Grand Theft Auto gameplay, and I'm testing online. If it says something like this video where it's channel update or channel information or health update or something like that, that means it's not a video game. It means it's something to do with in real life. I will not, unless it's a thing where I need it to be popular enough for it to get into some sort of a trending situation, I will not ask for subscriptions. I will not ask for likes. I do appreciate if I get subscriptions, I do appreciate if I get likes, but that's not what I do it for. If I make a video, so for example this, if I make this video and say, oh, in this creation, if you go into this door, it's a yellow room, and somebody finds that interesting, informational, or educational, or anything like that, it's like, I'm happy. If it's entertaining in any way, I'm happy. You don't have to subscribe, you don't have to like, but just like with all videos, the more likes it gets, the more views it gets, the more subscriptions that happen, it's going to end up in tradings and stuff like that. So my videos where if I say, if you think the video, if you agree with what I said in the video, give it a thumbs up. That is because I need it to be on trending. I need it to get some sort of traction, so that a video game company or something like that sees the video and corrects the issue. At this current state, right now, first half of 2023, I've got 2 games that are on my shit list that are criminal, and I've got 2 games that are on my busted list, which are broken in a way that they shouldn't be. And on the broken list is Conan Exiles, because it does not perform very well at all, and Succubus on the PlayStation, because the censorship switch is not present, and the game is about nudity. It's about lust, and when you pixelate nudity in a game about lust, 90% of the game's in pixels, like blurry, like mosaic. So those 2 are on my broken list, and I've got 2 in the criminal list, because the game companies actually release it are breaking a law. And at the moment it's Dead Island 2, because my suspicion is that Deep Silver has signed an agreement with Microsoft and Sony to withhold hosting on current gens. I'll get to this whole section, current and past and future, and also I'll get that in a minute. But I've signed an agreement with Sony and Microsoft to not allow the PS4 and Xbox One to host, to try and force us to buy new consoles. That's my suspicion. Now, if Dambuster or Deep Silver want to step into the comments section and say why they're actually doing it, and don't use the peer-to-peer bullshit, because that's not the reason you're doing it. I know that for a fact. Then by all means. And my comment section, if you wanna throw hate, that's a no. If you want to throw a disagreement in there, or a constructive criticism in there, or something like that, then that's fine. But if you turn around, like I had a comment in there once, saying that anyone who's playing a particular game on a particular console are a pack of losers anyway because they're playing on a console, that's a no. That's attacking my viewers, it's attacking me, it's attacking consoles. That's a no. If you turn around and says, oh, it runs better, or I wish the consoles had mods so you could fix that issue and stuff like that, that's fine. But to turn around and say, you're a loser because you play on that's a no. But don't put that in my comments. That will get removed. Now, in saying that, if you see a comment that is throwing hate, don't throw hate back. Hate doesn't cancel that hate. But also like, to further that point, some people require a bit of hate before it sinks into them they're doing something wrong. But do it in a respectful way. Or at least try to. Usually when you see a comment, you can see that they're trying to make an effort into being tactical or something like that. Other times people just been assholes, and it's like, the assholes, no, don't bother. If you're trying to be nice, it just sounds like, if English isn't your first language and you use a sentence, and to an English speaker it sounds like you're being very abrupt, but to whatever language you speak to, it's you're making an effort. That's fine, because I can look past that. It's like you're making an effort. But when you got a dumbass that's on Twitter or whatever making a comment, like in one of my videos, some dumbass, you can clearly see with the hard and all that, I'm on a PlayStation. I'm on a PlayStation 4, current gen. I'll get to that in a second. Hold your horses. Making a comment on one of my Cyberpunk videos, talking about how the game is incorrect and it does not perform correctly. And this idiot just said, just install the mod. It's like, think before you speak. You can't just install a mod on the PlayStation 4. No. Idiot. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, as the saying goes. Okay. So, in saying that, there you go. That's like, I don't care if people say, oh, I'm an idiot because I play on a PlayStation 4, or I'm an idiot because I believe in this. That's their opinion. But when I make a video and I say it's factual, it's factual. It's like, I am, in my mindset, I'm a factual person. I'll have my opinion, and if I say it, I will say it is my opinion. In my opinion, this is that. So, using Dead Island as an example, in my opinion, if the game was correct, it would be an excellent game. But factually speaking, it performs well, but it is incorrect because they are unwarrantedly, or no, unlawfully withholding the multiplayer section on current gens. PS4, Xbox One, I'll get to that in a second. So yeah, that I will usually say factually, or in my opinion. Okay, now that's out the way, so you know how I work. Now, when it comes to this whole, because it is bugging me, people saying current gen and next gen, and they're saying it in the wrong context. A PS3 and an Xbox 360 is last gen. An Xbox One and a PS4 is current gen. And a PS5 and an Xbox Series is next gen. And people are going to go, no, because... So, what is the next console coming out after Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5? There is none. So there is no next. So therefore, they cannot be current because there's no next. So the PS4 and the Xbox One is the current console. The PS5 and the Xbox Series X and S are the next gens. The next generation in the lineup. And until Sony and Microsoft announce PS6, because no doubt that's what they'll call it, and the Xbox Generation X, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to call the next one, then they are the next gens. You can only have a current if there is a next coming. Hence, like, today is today because there is a tomorrow. But if there's no tomorrow, today isn't today, it's the day you're in. So, for my channel, if you're interested in unedited, unbiased, down the barrel, say it as it is type content, then by all means, stick around. If you want to be fed BS, advertisements, and edited, streamlined, action-filled, next-gen, PC, modded, that sort of gameplay, then by all means, like, keep an eye on the channel, but not necessarily hang around, because let's face it, if you look up the lineup on the PlayStation Store, there's not a lot in there. There's a butt ton of 8-bit side-scrolling pieces of crap that Sony keeps peddling for full price. But I play Dreams. I'm a creator. I'm an my background is in art. I did do a stint in architecture, and I also done a stint in design. So things like, if any Australians watch the video, they'll know what I'm talking about. When the Falcon Ute disappeared, I was in my era of designing all that sort of stuff, and it's like, so I threw a couple of designs towards Ford's way and said, look, Holden's going to rule the freaking marketplace if you don't do something about it. Bring back the Ford Ute. And I threw some designs their way. I gave them, I think it was 2 or 3 different designs. I got a response and thanks for the designs, we'll consider it, something like that, and keep up the good work. And I got a patch and a letter and and a cap and some official stuff. It's like, thank you for your input, we'll look into it. And then the next, I think it was a year later or 2 years later, a new Falcon Ute came out. Now, I don't want to say it was thanks to me, but I reckon I had something to do with it. Same with one of my house designs. It was I don't want to say granny flat. It was a cheap, sustainable miniature house. It was technically a 2-bedroom house, but it was a small house that doesn't take up a lot of land, so you could use it like a granny flat, or you could use it as multiple dwellings or whatever. And I think it came fourth or something like that. It was just out of the top three. Like, it almost won an award. But I couldn't hack the office and the cubicle and the sterilization. I couldn't hack that. It was just driving me nuts. You know, suit and tie bullshit. It's like, no. I'd rather be out in the freaking junkyard, freaking pulling cars apart, or digging up the ground with a bulldozer or something like that. So I ended up working in warehouses, driving forklifts. So the mentality of me building when I build like this, like I'll build it and I'll go, okay, it's got to have hinges and stuff like that. And I've got to reel myself back. So I can't do that because then it's going to be, yeah. So there's the information you need to know about the channel. I do try and keep my videos fairly regular, but when there's nothing that is of interest, that is like reliably going to be interesting, then it's like, what do I do? Not everyone's cup of tea is watching me do stuff in dreams. Not everyone's cup of tea is watching me chill on Chia. I enjoy chilling on Chia. That is the best game to come out since 2020. Since COVID started, basically. Chia is probably the best game to come out, and that's sad. A quick rundown on what's happened. Cyberpunk came out. They broke a law. I wrote about it. I spent a year and a half trying to get the correct product. They basically told me to get fucked. The authorities said we can't do anything. Not enough people are complaining. So I made some videos about it, and it's at the point that's like, is there even any point me reporting it to the authorities continuously? Because the authorities are just going to go like, dude, stop. We can't do anything. We need the customers to actually say, yeah, this product is incorrect, because it is. And then about 6 to 12 months after it was released, I said, this is going to be a butterfly effect. It's going to affect all the other stuff. And sure enough, Dead Island comes out. Great, it finally came out, but they withhold the product. The hosting ability on current gens, so PS4 and Xbox One, has been withheld. And they've used the excuse of peer-to-peer, and that is not the reason for it. I will almost put money on it. That is because they signed an agreement with Microsoft and Sony to say, do not allow hosting on current gens to force them to buy next gen. I can almost guarantee you that's what's happened. And again, Deep Silver, Dambuster, weigh in, put your 10 cents in. Same with anyone at CDPR. If you just want to message me. Put a comment in the comment section. I don't care. Put your 10 cents in. Tell us why you're a pack of assholes. Tell us why you're withholding our product. 2.5 years down the road, and we still haven't received our product. They've stopped updating it. It does not perform. You boot up Cyberpunk on a current gen console, PS4 or Xbox One, you get 6 attempts to get past the main menu. Then you get into the game and it performs like dog shit, and the nudity sensor is incorrect. And both these situations, me as a non-programmer, could fix within a week. So the programmers at CDPR could fix it in less than that. And then you get Dead Island 2. If they had to Dambuster and Deep Silver to turn around to Sony and Microsoft and gone, no, we're going to let them host. We don't want them to have to buy a new console. Then that game would have been correct. But no, both those companies decided to break a law. And as I've stated in some other videos, the law I'm referring to here is the Customer Rights Act. Now, I know enough about the law to know what the law is, but not enough about the law to know it is Act 1, Code 3, Paragraph 6A or whatever. I don't know all that sort of information. I know it's called the Customer Rights Act, and I know in the shortened version of it, it is that the customer has the right to receive what they buy in working order and to be correct. So like if you buy a spoon, it's to be a spoon, and the spoon is to work as a spoon. If you buy a spoon and it's a fork, you have the right to go back to the shop and say, that is not a spoon, give me a spoon, and they have to swap it over. So in the gaming situation, when, for example, at Dambuster, if they told us that it's a multiplayer game, I cannot host. I have the right to say it does not work. Fix it, and they have to fix it. It's that simple, and they're refusing to do it. They say, "Oh, we're working on it." So, what's to work on? Turn the code in the program, because they've added extra coding for this. If PS4 disable hosting, turn it off, not on. That's all it is. It's that simple. Change that one word from off to on. Same with Xbox One. Change that as well. It's that simple. And with Cyberpunk, use an AI to downscale every single texture in the game by 50%. The game will run 50% better. And then make it so that if nudity sensor turned off, for nudity sensor to be off, have it yes. It's like, when it's off, it's off. When it's on. It's that simple. And then that wouldn't be breaking the law. But no, both these companies actively have chosen to continually break the law. And nah. So hopefully that fills everyone in about what the videos I do are about. Stuff like that. Again, unless it needs traction, I'm not going to ask for subscriptions. Unless it needs to be on trending, then I'm not going to ask for likes. But if you feel like you want to give it a like, or if you feel like you want to give it a dislike, if you want to subscribe, by all means. It doesn't cost you anything. All that sort of shit doesn't. I do appreciate it, but I don't expect it. And that's why I reckon everyone should be living their life like. Don't expect it, but appreciate it if it happens. So I'm going to call it, guys. Hopefully this fills everyone in about my channel. And I get a view just as I'm ending it too. Hey viewer, I'm just filling everyone in about the channel and what it's all about. It's not about a particular game, it's just the channel in general. How I'm against censorship. I'm down the barrel, I tell the truth. I'm unbiased, that sort of shit. It's all in the video, watch it. How I don't push for subscriptions, don't push for likes, but if you give it, that I do appreciate all the usual bullshit's in there. So I will say my usual out thing, and I'll explain what that's all about. I'll say to people, I'm out here, stay safe, and I'll catch you the next time. Because I generally do hope that people that are doing the right thing are safe. But when I say this, I always, in the back, say people who are doing dirty shit, like CDPR or politicians and stuff like that. Then not so much. They deserve a little rotten egg in their face because they're pulling the rotten egg on the planet. But generally speaking, my viewers, the everyday person, they deserve something good out of it. So it's like, stay safe and look after yourselves. So yeah, I'm out here, stay safe, and I'll catch you on the next time. See yous.